Hello, John from Bang Olufsen in Manchester. And you know, if you've seen this channel before, I love a new product. So before, we've already got the H10, which has been around for a little while now. But now there's a new generation of earphone, and it's called E10. So we have H10, H for headphone, E10, E for earphone. Nice bit of parity. Let's crack on and see what's going on. So Beoplay E10 are in-ear active noise cancelling earphones, and we'll start with the box. So the box has been scaled down to be kinder to lovely planet Earth. So whereas the E8 box was quite big, then it got slimmed down for the EQ, but the E10 box is even smaller, this one on the end. So it's nice that Bang & Olufsen are looking after the planet. It's the usual Bang & Olufsen box design, so it'll be familiar to existing customers. Inside you'll find the earphones charging case that house the earphones themselves. More on that a bit later. And then underneath the little card you'll find the tips, which are in a nice little inlay card, which is a nice touch because they used to just come in a little bag. You'll find a USB-C to Type A cable for charging the case, and also the usual little user guide. From launch, they will be available in anthracite oxygen, which is the ones I've got here. They're oxygen because of that little teal tip and the little accent they've got on the touchpad. They'll also be later available in black anthracite, which is a black and silver, and gold tone. In terms of specifications, they have a 9.8mm drive unit, which is an upgrade over the 6.8mm that's housed in the EQ. They have adaptive hybrid noise cancellation. You'll get 6 hours or 8 hours out of the earphones depending on whether you're using active noise cancellation. So that means with the case, if you keep them topped up after they're flat, you'll get a total of 20 or 28 hours on one charge. They have an ingress protection rating of IP57, which makes them waterproof up to 1 metre for 30 minutes. So they're great for the gym, sports, being outside in the rain, in the shower, it's all fine. They have wear detection, so as soon as you put them in your ears, they will know that they are being worn and activate. And as soon as you take them out of the case, they will connect straight to your previously paired Bluetooth. In terms of connectivity, you have Bluetooth 5.2, SBC, AAC and aptX adaptive codecs. You also have multi-point connection for 2 devices at the same time. The earphones themselves should charge to full within 1.5 hours inside the charging case, and the charging case will take around 2 hours with a hardwired USB Type-C connection, or 2.5 hours if you use the Qi wireless. Beoplay E10 do indeed have touch controls, just like the EQ and the E8s before them. Tap and hold on the right for volume up, tap and hold on the left for volume down, double tap for track up or track down. You can tap the left to activate and deactivate the adaptive noise cancelling and own voice when you're in a call, and you can also tap to answer and end phone calls. Rather than being a bud like Beoplay EQ, Beoplay E10 has gone for a stem design. This moves the microphones down the earphone to bring them closer to your mouth, and it also makes the head of the earphone that fits inside your ear that much smaller, so actually fitting them is that little bit easier. And if you hold the stem while you fit them into your ears, it means you don't accidentally touch the touch controls. The touch controls work through the glass touch pads. I've not seen glass on earphones before, so that's quite a nice touch. And it makes them look really premium and really smart. And when I first read that they were glass touch pads, I thought, well, they're going to be quite easy to break if you drop them. But typical clever Bang & Olufsen design, that glass does sit 1 millimetre or 2 just below the aluminium bezel that surrounds it, so if they are dropped, it's not the glass that hits the floor, it's the aluminium. The charging case is made of spacecraft grade aluminium, so it's really nice, high quality, and it's pearl blasted to give it that nice finish with the embossed Bang Olufsen logo on the lid. It is a little bit larger to house those stems, but it's nice and thin, which is the most important bit on an earphone case, so it's nice and easy to fit in your pocket. Within the B&O app for Android and iOS, you have volume control, play, pause and track control, and then you can also dial in the amount of transparency or the noise cancellation. You can also just put noise cancellation on adaptive. You can also set your favourite sound presets. There are some built in that Bang & Olufsen have done for you, but you can touch them or save your own at any time using the Beo Sonic controller. Once I made the initial connection to my phone, all I needed to do was open the case and take the earphones out. And because they've got wear detection, you can use one or the other, or you just pop them both in, and as soon as I took them out the case, they paired to my phone within seconds, and then as soon as I put them back in the case and closed the lid, they would disconnect. So maybe you fancy a pair of Bang & Olufsen earphones and you're not sure whether to get the EQ or the E10. The main difference is that stem. Because the actual part of the earphone that goes into your ear is so much smaller, I found the fit much easier to do with the E10. I tried all the tips and I found that the standard medium one that came on the headphone was absolutely fine. It is just pick them up, place them in, done. They don't sit quite as far into your ear canal, and they just tend to rest more on the bottom of the internal of your ear. And I've got to say, they were far less fussy with the fit. So with the EQ and E8 before that, it was super important to get a really, really good fit because it affects the sound hugely. If you haven't got that good fit, they just didn't sound as good. You had to really get that good seal. The E10 seemed less fussy with that because of the shape of them. Also, the larger drive units inside E10, I found the bass was deeper and more effortless on E10 over the EQ. EQ is perhaps a tiny bit more punchy once you've got that really good seal, but the effortlessness of the sound on E10 I just thought was absolutely fantastic. And a big one for me was the microphones. There are 6 MEMS microphones in the E10, and because they're further down the stem, closer to your mouth, in combination with the noise cancellation outside, the call quality I was really impressed with. Here's a sample.
This is the recorded audio from the Beoplay E10's 6 MEMS microphones, and thanks to that stem, I think the audio quality is really quite impressive for earphones. More than adequate for phone calls or online conferencing. I'm just connected via Bluetooth 5 to my Google Pixel 6 phone. I've got to say, it's quite a step up from previous generations.
You do ask what I personally think, and yes, I work in a store and I do get accused of being biased, which is probably a bit true because I do love Bang & Olufsen and it is my job, but this is not endorsed by Bang & Olufsen headquarters. We are a franchise store, and I'll be completely honest, I was ready to not like these earphones. When I saw the original pictures, I've never really liked the stem things. Complete honesty, I was ready to really not like them, and I thought I was going to have to make a difficult video where I had to say I didn't like something. Couldn't be further from the truth. I think they're the best earphones I've ever heard. Honestly, I have EQs and I'm very happy with them, and I still love them a lot. I enjoy the sound. I have no problem with the fit, but I know some of you just can't get on with the fit of that bulkier earphone. These are easier to fit. The battery's just as good. The bass is just effortlessly deep. I really, really enjoyed the sound. I think the microphone's slightly better quality. The calls were better. I really love these E10s. Would I swap my EQs for E10s? Given the chance, I probably would. I've completely done a 180 and come round to the stem design, so I totally get it. But it's all personal preference. Try them out if you can in your store. If your store lets you try them out. Why not? Give them a go and see which one you prefer, because it's all subjective at the end of the day. And that's the end. You'll see me in the next video. Thanks for watching. Take care.